What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, von Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Hello and welcome in to yet another edition of your show. As always, a huge thank you to 911 Turbo, the world's greatest German techno band to originate out of Saskatoon. Very, very talented. They did the intro for you, as you can tell, and we love them very, very much. My name is Gary. I am your overly busty host. I've realized that before it was just my suit that wasn't fitting, but now my Macho Man shirt that was given with so much love from some people we're about to meet here right away. Or I guess we've already met them, but people we're going to see yet again. And now it's getting tight up here, so the bustiness continues. I really got to keep working on it, and we'll see how it all works out. This right here, this show is still, as far as we know, the only show originating out of Saskatoon that goes live Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 p.m., scheduled viewing, just like we grew up with. And we're so damn proud to be able to say that each and every day when we come on with you. And so grateful to have you along this incredible ride of just a bunch of jabronis chasing dreams and trying to make the world a better place. I was going to yell at her, but she continues to just be the employee of the month nonstop. We have a camera that people will gather around for. It's won 5 awards now, looking for more. That makes us the five-time award-winning Maggie Cam. See that? She wanted a little more camera time. She said, I want to get a little bit closer. Don't look at me, girl. Look at the camera. Turn it. Oh, that's so cute. A puppy yawn. Oh, this is the extreme close-up edition, and I love that. The Maggie Cam for our fantastic friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. That face right there. That face landed a boy. His name's Leroy. He also works in the dog greeting community. He's the one that greets you over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. He has a bed right beside the door. He walks up to the till. Rochelle or Mike says, hello, and then your experience begins. Whether you're looking for the latest in leash and matching collar combos, thanks to our friends at Buckle Up, or if you're maybe looking to get a little bit more of that poop cleanup done, they have all the tools and utensils you need to take care of that. They also have treats galore, strewn throughout the entire building in big giant buckets. They also have so many toys. Like, all your pets love toys. All the coolest and latest toys are all there for you. Now, if you're looking to get your dog into that raw food diet you've heard so much about, they got you covered there as well. They got fridges right at the back full of all those raw foods ready to get into your pet's belly. That is right beside the greatest cleaning station in the history. Hey, Marge, get up. We're missing you. Hey, head up, girl. Margaret, we're trying to do the read here. Come on now. Be cute. Be cute. Should I throw it at her? Yeah, there it is. Come on up. That didn't get any better. I know you're still the cutest. The cleaning station, second to none. It's so cool. It's right there in the back. And you toss your dog in, get a little harness on there. Oh, look at him go. Well done, LB. LB on the ones and twos today. And so much more waiting for you in there, right? You throw them in, collar them, clean them, shampoo them, and then wash them and dry them. It's all there. Everything you will ever need. And they got extreme close-up. This is one of the hardest reads I've ever had to do. And as well, they got all the normal foods, everything in the world. Now we're just going cray-cray. An upside-down Maggie Cam. First time ever. There it is. So if you're looking to change not just your pet's life, but your life for the better, head on over to Pet Planet on 8th Street. And the best part, they're open after hours and on weekends as well. So not just during, that's a tough one, not just during normal business hours. Kirsten and Chris are there to help take care of you at that time. All right, all this and so much more waiting for you. Don't forget to vote for Maggie over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Well done, Maggie. Well done, everybody. Whew. Coming in hot today. LB, do you think we could get the intro? Is it handy right there? Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, Tuesdays around here are very special. I believe this was probably the first sort of themed day that we started here during your show. That's the beauty of your show. It's truly yours. Each day is something totally different, and that's what makes it so special. We say it all the time, the importance of being different. That's how you stand out. And without further ado, normally I just set this all up with the boys, but we got a really cool little intro thing that says it a little better than I can. So I'll talk while we run it. Go ahead, LB. Welcome to the All Outta Angst podcast. Uncle Mike from All the Natural Products. Matt from All the Bands. Sporting the Hamburglar today, bro. Let's get a better look at those pants.
That is flashy.
Yeah. There you go. Other way. Come back this way, towards this one. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There he is.
Now we got this chair in the way.
Oh. Tell us who you're wearing today, my friend.
Well, basically, we are wearing McDonald's Hamburglar pants. They've got a nice kind of stretch to them.
Yeah.
Then I got the Hamburglar shirt. So
To complete the outfit.
basically,
Amazing.
It's fantastic.
I'm wrapping my boy.
That's it. You know, I was going to say you're not going to believe this, but I'm sure you will. The Hamburglar was my rap name. When I was in a rap crew, yeah, I was the Hamburglar.
I would have pegged you for a Mayor McCheese, but
You know.
It's grimace with that shirt, man.
The Hamburglar was hot at the time.
Yeah.
So we had the Mongoose, we had the Hamburglar. What were some of the other names? Oh, Lame Train would know. I wish I could text him right now. But we had a full roster.
when
And they were
when was your
such funny
rap
names.
career?
Well, it was high school, dude. Of course. Come on.
I,
Well, it was maybe recent. I don't know.
Needless to say, we never made it to any sort of concerts or anything, but we had fun rapping.
I
freestyling.
feel like that was a big thing at house parties around the time,
course it
late
was.
90s. And I just,
we did.
you know, everyone assumed because I like skateboarded and did all that kind of stuff that I would be like good at breakdancing and, you know, jump in on these rap battles. But I was not good at it at all and didn't have the like self-confidence, you know, in at like a house party to be like, yeah, I'm not quick enough on my feet.
We had the Mongoose, Slim Meat. Oh, the names are coming back. Maybe we could do a show with the boys. See how
There you
those
go.
skills are holding up. Rapping. Woof. Something to think about. How are you, old friend?
Dandy.
That's a good one. You
doing
got
great.
energy today. I love this.
Energy. It's
How
beautiful
are we doing
day.
so good? Just the weather. It's always
Yeah, I
just
don't
the
know.
weather. huh?
The weather. I mean, it was a good day at the shop. It was. I don't know. I'm high on life right now.
I love that.
Really, actually, like digging it. And there's been weird times where I'm like, what did I take? Did I take something this morning, or did I? And it's like, no, I think I'm just literally high on life.
You were talking,
I know,
man.
actually, I didn't take anything this morning.
Just
but,
want to make that
I mean,
official.
yeah, it's
Someone could be spiking your drink and food with something.
possibly. I mean, it's anything.
You are a guy who experiences seasonal depression. That's what it is.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
You're
Well, and
finally
you-
in your happy place.
Yeah. Oh, totally. And like, I was out. You know, I usually go out kind of first thing in the morning. I'll go and like pick some weeds in the garden with my
course.
cup of coffee, and it's just, you know, if you weed a little bit.
Yeah.
It
we've
doesn't
already
feel
did
so
a few-
bad,
yeah,
right? And it
yeah.
just I'm like,
We'll get
you go,
to yours. Don't
you
you
see how
worry.
things are growing. Like I'm a little too like I'll go and check it in the morning. I'll get home from work,
Those are
go
good
check the
babies.
garden.
How's
like,
that for baby? A little spritz?
Things
And-
are growing.
And
That's
that's we were using the phone with the WhatsApp, and we're like,
Oh, yeah.
no, that's lettuce, or you know that they had planted from
oh,
last
the
year. Or-
plant out. Okay,
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
or
your-
she had another, and
Yes,
and then we're like, nope, that's a weed. Pull that one or whatever, but it's pretty sweet.
All right, we're getting into it. It's garden talk time. Matt
Yeah.
from All the Bands, you had yourself a weekend.
I did.
To start with the garden stuff.
Okay.
You installed all sorts. Tell them what we're talking about when you're looking at old cabbage or whatever you're saying there on your app.
Well, there's 5 raised garden beds. So first things first, my dad brought over, he's got this like, it's kind of like a mini rotor-tiller or whatever. So I just lifted that up or whatever and kind of just
Manly.
like on the sides of it, you know, I was just kind of like walking along and rotor-tilled those or whatever. That went really well. And we, you know, cut in some peat moss and whatnot. Planted, I think, yeah, all of those are planted with tomatoes, peppers. We did one of them with like potatoes, just because like I don't know, we don't know. And but yeah, where was I going with this?
Just for context, so everyone knows, I'll give you time to
Yeah.
get it back. Matt and his lovely wife Erin moved into a new home, and this is their first crack at their very own garden, just for them.
yeah,
there.
and it's like I remember like gardening with my mom when I was younger, but obviously I didn't retain that, stuff that I learned 35 or 37 years ago.
I was my grandma's handyman with the garden for about 20 years.
But it's nice because a lot of the packages, they're like, put it in 1 inch deep or whatever. And, 3
That's
inches.
a lot.
Crickets.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Crickets.
Potatoes, I think they were like, it's like 4 and you have them like facing up, the little bud things or whatever. But the big issue is we've got 2 full composts that we inherited. I don't know anything about that. At first we're like, oh, cool. And then we're like, kind of like, maybe we should just get rid of them. Like, am I a composter? I don't know. And I lifted up the bottom of one, and this was a couple days ago, and there was just a ton of ants. I'm like, that doesn't seem great.
But ants are
Too
supposed
dry.
to be good for
Too
gardens,
dry.
aren't they?
Oh, too dry. Okay.
That's
So what I did is I did dump some water in, and then I also, and this was kind of because we're still kind of flirting with the idea of getting rid of them. I was like, well, maybe I'll just try cycling the stuff from the bottom to the top.
Does it look like soil?
It does,
Like,
yeah.
So then I would like put that in your garden.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I kind of like just like basically cycled it a bit because I was thinking maybe like if there's like an ant colony that would like
Yeah,
disrupt
shake
that
it
or
up.
whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, the issue I'm just like I don't want ants to like take over our place. Like, is
Are
there
they not
something I
good for
should
the
do?
garden?
Well, I don't know. Like, there seems to be a lot of them.
I mean,
My granny used to say all the time, no, the ants are good for the garden. They were everywhere. And then I felt really bad if I ever accidentally stepped on one. I was like, oh my God, Granny, I'm so sorry I stepped on the ant. That's
Like
okay.
at some level, they will like burrow and like create aeration.
Well, it's okay.
As
It's
long
just
as they're
yes,
not like
yeah.
eating roots and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I just
like,
don't
if
want them
it's-
to like migrate
Into the
further
house.
to like the house.
Well,
and
what
stuff
you're
like
gonna
that.
what you're gonna realize real quick is once you have the garden, everything's coming in because everything moves to wherever the gardens are. That's one of the tips that I gave to myself because with all of that juicy, lovely, nutritious soil and all the things that come up from it, all the bugs come in.
So what you're telling me is I'm screwed.
Well, no, you can protect your home. You can there's ways to do it. It's just the ecosystem. Like that's why I say like all these bugs are important for everything. to
Oh,
work.
absolutely.
But there's going to be bad ones too, and like that's like next level of gardening. I think
And
it's
then-
like the bad bugs and keeping
Yeah, and you
everything
kind of
contained.
want, like you said, like it's its own ecosystem. So if you're having an issue with pets, like one thing you can do, obviously, without using
Yeah,
Pesticides.
because we
chemicals
don't
and
want to
pesticides. Right,
be
for
using
sure.
pesticides. Of course not.
So you plant. Generally, like a lot of times, it's flowers and some herbs that flower, but they attract predatory insects.
Okay.
Right. So
So we did plant a bunch of herbs. So
yeah.
That's, and flowers.
So like things like that, and obviously you can research. Certain things are better for certain things, and if you got issues, and blah blah blah. But you can go that route.
So you're
Obviously,
telling me I
it's-
have to do some homework.
well, a little bit of reading.
This
maybe,
wasn't
you know,
part of the
it's
deal,
like-
Blackheart.
I
This
never
wasn't part of the deal.
I never did any, and I paid the price. So it's like you can do it without doing the homework, but then you have to
Yeah.
as you're
So
as you're
yeah, I
going.
probably should put a little bit.
Preventative
more.
measures are probably the best way to go with this, I imagine.
Yeah.
I'm no expert. He's our garden guy. I'm just a guy who did it for a long time.
Another thing we did, and I want, because we've basically been eating outside barbecue every day,
Hell yeah.
like, and I'm gonna keep
As
that
you
going
should.
because why shouldn't I? But Aaron's sister said that we should get these like wasp traps or whatever if we're planning on eating out there. So basically, just little traps. You put like apple juice in them or whatever.
Yep.
We're gonna
you
get a
would
bunch of those for back here. 'cause
But
they're all living
they're
over
saying
there.
like kind of set up ideally like early March because you want to get the like queen before it like they set up shop or whatever. So like, what's your take on these?
So don't go out and buy anything.
Okay.
If you have a plastic bottle, cut the spout, like either 2 liter or 1 liter plastic bottle. Cut the spout top off. Like when you used to cut funnels.
Dude,
out
it's
of
for when you use the
2-liter
blades.
bottle.
Oh, it looks
right.
like a
Yeah.
blade-
Okay.
like a
Okay.
blade
I was
hoover.
trying to
Saying,
skirt
yeah.
around it.
Okay,
but
yep, blade
so
hoover.
cut that.
Okay.
Cut that off. Flip it upside down. Put it in the bottom of
Like
the
you're
bottle.
making an ice hooter.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I got this.
And then fill that with a little bit of sugar, water, apple juice, apple cider vinegar, like basically anything like kind of sweet
Yeah,
that they're gonna attract. Put a drop of like dish soap in it if you want.
Okay.
And basically they will fly in the little hole and then not be able to
So
fly back
why does that just attract wasps and not bees? Like,
up. Bees are smarter. I don't
They're
know.
smarter.
Yeah. I mean,
bees.
you know,
I love bees.
You guys
they're going for pollen and nectar, I guess, and wasps just
want that sugar.
something sweet.
We had a bee in here.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know it was in here. It was like I was in the tooth booth. Shout out to Dr. Funkhauser and Associates, aka Dr. Hausman and Associates, Big Tooth on 2nd Ave, for the lovely, lovely tooth booth. I was in there doing some editing, and then all of a sudden I heard a and it was like a big commotion. And I was like, what the hell? I lean out, and Maggie's like this. And I'm like, oh no. And I pulled her back, and she was, "Arr." And I looked down, and I saw it was a big bumblebee. And I felt so bad. I was like, oh boy. So I grabbed one of my trusty cards that I used to save all the insects in here, and I scooped him up,
Nice.
took him outside, and he wasn't moving. And I put him down on the table outside, wasn't moving. And I gave him a little nudge and gave him some time to come to in case he just got knocked out.
Phased.
And he didn't move, and he didn't move. And so I had to thank him for his service and tell him, I'm so sorry this is happening. And I apologized on behalf of Maggie. I explained she was just protecting her yard. And then I had to give it the final squish. And I felt so bad because the world has no more bees. And here we are just willy-nilly eating bees now, Marge.
You didn't try mouth to mouth?
No,
Or
I was
CPR?
scared.
Last time I was at Murray's, there was a bee that was kind of just like walking on the garage, and it looked like it was kind of sickly or whatever. So we got a little cap of like water and put some sugar in it or whatever, and I like dumped that by it, and it eventually like got
its way
itself
to there?
to its health and like flew away.
That the
And I
best
just felt
feeling?
like Arnold Schwarzenegger,
right, you
you know,
did
like
it,
in front of
man.
a mountain. I'm just
Hell
like,
yeah.
I am, nature's
Save the
answer.
bee.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Save the bees.
And isn't it sad that the bee was the first thing I thought of? I didn't even think about Maggie getting
Right.
stung or anything. So then
Yeah.
I came back inside, and she was like, "Burp, burp," and I was like, oh, I guess you're good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good because I know my old family cat Shakira had went after a wasp, and like half
Bonk.
of the snout was
It's
just
almost
it's
it's
just,
almost cute though. In a
it
way,
is
hey?
cute, but you
that
feel
one sounds
so
a little
yeah, it
extreme,
was pretty bad.
And it's just like a little like squirrel
Yeah.
mouth pop up. Like, that's
Yeah.
pretty cute. We're okay with that. And it doesn't seem like they're in pain.
no,
You know, like they
Well,
don't
yeah.
cry.
it
or
doesn't
anything.
look super comfortable.
That's
It's
the
kind
thing.
of like when you're watching a UFC fight and somebody has like a protrusion
Yes.
out of his head. It's like
That can't
I
be
don't know if
good.
that doesn't seem great.
Mm.
Oh,
It's probably
one tie-in to their Sauntner concrete services.
SES.
So they're working on some curbing on my street, Nordstrom,
yeah.
and man, they're doing a fantastic job. I had to study all the your buffer zones and stuff where you taper it off with
Oh,
the
yeah.
cones, and they just had everything to a T. The work was getting done quick. I'm like, nice work.
There's a reason we
This-
support them.
yeah.
There's a reason they're here for life. They erected this place. This is the Sauntner Concrete Services Clubhouse.
But I love how I can always tie in something from this show when I'm coming here, whether it
We're
be,
everywhere in the
yeah,
city,
it's like
man. Like,
nickel
that's-
plumbing or this or that.
That's
Yeah.
the big thing about this project is everyone's experiencing that.
Yeah.
Everyone's being like, hey, I saw this business over here. They're freaking awesome at what they do.
Boots on the
and this,
ground
that's it."
everywhere.
And it's very unique because, I guess there hasn't been another place like this. When you look at like the bigger places, they're associated with these businesses, but they're not connected. Like they're not going to that place and supporting that place because they support you. You know what I mean? Like there's a disconnect there where here it's boom and boom. We're together. When you join this team, we're together. And it's very cool. Does that lead into a live read, do you think?
I think it should.
probably.
That's a sign right there if I've ever seen one. If you're wondering what a live read is, buckle up because you're about to experience it and it's going to be fantastic. Like the Blue Duck says in Billy Madison, that's quacktastic. Spring into your dream home, as yes, spring is here, and so is your chance to find the perfect home. Hey, that's been going around lately. I love that. With mortgage rates coming down, now is the ideal time to buy. Mobiliarente with TMG, the mortgage group, works with multiple lenders to find the best mortgage for you, saving you time, money, and stress. We always appreciate that. Whether you're self-employed, a first-time buyer, or have credit challenges, he's always there to help with 24/7 personalized support. And the best part, wait for it, his services are completely free. What more could you ask for? Plus, he'll continue to assist you long-term with refinancing, renewals, and mortgage strategies. Mobiliarente, mortgages made simple. Give him a call or text him, 306-370-5804. Now, we just talked about the SESs, the nickel plumbings, all of these people that are with us already. If you want to become a part of this family, it's so easy to do, all right? If you think you would benefit, and not just you, but your business, your people, your organization, your charity. The citywide food drive going on right now with our friends at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center. We are talking all sources. You know what? Before I hit that, I'm going to just talk about this real quick because it's so important. We're at that time now where the food bank has run pretty much dry again. So it's the big move to restock the shelves, if you will. And they've started the Walk With Us campaign, which is very, very cool. You can hit the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center website to learn all about it. But some real quick tips. Drop-off locations. Here's what you can do to help, okay? Drop-off locations. They have a bunch of them. Visit the food bank or any participating local business to donate there. You can give online, which is super easy. Just donate, and it's secure through their website. Or community events. Create your own donation drive as they can provide the barrels for you. Get in touch with our friends at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center and help spread the word as they're talking about their Walk With Us stories, and they're asking to share those as well. So head on over to saskatoonfoodbank.org and help out with that. They're one of the many organizations we love to support here. If you want to be like all of these people, it's real easy. We got an email. We even got a theme song, bro. A theme song that started out oh so humbly. And it's really picked up. Like, we're at a point now where everyone, because this whole show, every day is different. There's always different people coming in and out. And everyone's sort of catching on the theme song.
I'm not. I actually wanted to go over it once before, but
No, you've got enough. We're going to get to all the stuff you're going over. You don't got to add to that plate, bro. You are really, really good. Do not worry. So we're just going to get right into this little song. And I'd like to start it by saying, just send us an email to contact@dufferinav.com. That is the email. This is the theme song. Pretty good. LB, I didn't hear you over there, classically trained Mr. Fireside. Thanks a lot for your support. I knew he was going to tear it apart. I knew it.
well, why don't you just pick one of the 12 notes?
Well, if you were to start it, then we could get.
Pro musicians are always like, I'd love to, but I'm just above this. I only sing along to one and one only key. That's fair. Can't argue with him. The guy's a genius. All right. So send us an email. It's the point of that story, and then we're going to send this on its merry way. No Uncle Brando today. Our new regular host. He had an appointment, so he is not with us. He'll be back next week. I'll get into what we just finished doing. But first, on three, we're going to send it. 1, 2, 3. Look out, Matt! Oh, he's got it. Nice send. Also got a website. Royal Anders will not be joining us today as he is taking his son out to get driver training done. He needs 6 hours and he only has 2 of those 6. Ooh. So they're doing that. I said, no need to apologize. Best dad ever, proving it again. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. But he did create this website. And he usually shows up here, and poor Meg, he's going to be so sad because he gives her like 100 treats when he gets here. And then I have to deal with the consequences. They classic uncles rolling in, filling full of garbage, and then gets out. And I have to deal with the aftermath. We also send this one with a little wave. I just want to do like a nice little wave with me. On 3, 1, 2, 3, bye-bye. Beautiful. All right, Uncle Brando, he was doing some serious business over this right here. Twitch.tv I get in trouble for saying which, like backslash or forward slash. Twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave Media is where you can find us. I've been calling this the Hansel of Twitch streams because it's so hot right now, you guys. It's like blowing up. Anybody get my Zoolander? Do I have to stop using the Hansel line? I feel like nobody's getting it.
Honestly, I've never seen that movie and I'm ashamed.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's 2 important male models. One named Derek Zoolander. The other one is just named Hansel. Okay. And Zoolander, when he's on his way down, Hansel's coming up. And they both meet finally at like this big event. And then Will Ferrell's character, Mugatu, I think is his name, as Hansel's coming out, he's got this big like intro. He's hitting the walkway. It's Owen Wilson. And he's coming out. And then Will Ferrell's character goes, oh, that's Hansel. He's so hot right now. So anytime I say anything's Hansel, it's just so hot right now. The Twitch stream's so hot right now. We were doing Super Ninja Boy. I had no idea this game existed. It is a co-op RPG with action. Like, it's crazy. It's such a cool game. And we got really into it. And we leveled up a lot. And we got our passcode to continue. So on next Tuesday, we'll be back on that one. This Friday, we're going to try to beat Star Tropics with our buddy Smitty, as we are oh so close to that. And Mondays, we do with Brooksy. We did 1080 snowboarding yesterday.
Nice.
I knew you guys liked that one.
That was a good game.
So that was very fun. Check out the Twitch stream. And if you really, really like it, you can join our family and our party and keep on keeping on. It's a lot of fun playing all those games we always wanted to play. Very cool.
1080.
The soundtrack on that thing's banging too, by the way. Do you remember the soundtrack? It's like a straight like punk rock. And it's like really goes. Anyways, that's the Twitch stream. Uncle Mike, do you want to send this one up to Twitch Heaven?
Sure do.
Give her a grab there between the I and the T, and then you're just gonna go like this. Just send it. Can you reach it? You can't reach it from back there. You're way too cool. That'll be pretty good. All right. There he goes. All right, you ready? On 3, you're gonna pull it up and send it away. 1, 2, 3. Graphics.
Yeah, that was perfect.
My strength
Woo!
is
That
amazing.
Awesome. So that's how you get in touch with us. That's what we got going on. Thank you again to our sweet, beautiful LB for putting all these cool graphics together and making everything work and be awesome, as they've really become part of the show, which we all appreciate because graphics are so fun. I always wondered why people that use graphics, like newscasters or sportscasters or anybody really that sort of sits here and has those pop up, how do you not interact with them? Like, I'm pretty sure they must be told, like, do not acknowledge the graphics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess they're professionals, but I feel like LB's LB's.
What are you trying to say here, bro? Come at me,
I
man.
feel like LB's so smooth with it, you almost don't even notice. He's like, oh, it's like a reverse image, and then there's the, this type of fade. Like
He knows what he's doing.
very tasteful with them.
And by the way, to you, LB, we were giving Dragon all the shit yesterday because he was making transitions without fancy ones, and we shamed him into really making the show dance. So, any fancy? Yeah, I
Well,
know
Star
you-
wipe.
Watch him
Nice
go.
to have that healthy
Look
content.
at-
Oh, man.
See, these guys get it, man. It just adds so much more, not value, so much more aura to the show. It gives it that like anything can happen feel. Like look at that, just like a live show would. See, he's flexing now, and this is what
Is
I
it? I want to see maybe like a John Woo, like a slow zoom, like a gradual slow zoom
We're
or something
getting
at some point.
now. We're getting requests. Oh, he's looking at it. He's gonna do
Do
it.
you have any explosions?
That would be good. We just turn around and walk away.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a big
So-
like
Oh,
walk
yeah,
slowly, slow mo walk away from.
So
his door.
apparently, like, I guess I didn't realize, but like Robert Rodriguez like invented the slow mo
Get out of here!
explosion.
Like
yeah.
the guy that did the
I mean,
Tarantino.
Yeah, I mean him and Tarantino teamed
Together,
up on a
yeah,
bunch
yeah.
of stuff. But yeah, Desperado, I guess, was
There you
like the
one to
flagship,
start it.
and then it
pretty
it
cool.
became a thing.
Look at this. You can see him going through all the options right now.
Oh, man,
It would be
that's
fun to show
beautiful.
everybody at home what's happening. He's getting stuck. Don't go too crazy. We're going to end up off the air because he's going to really experimenting here. Okay, so garden, is there anything? Oh, hey, that was pretty good. I like that.
Oh,
Hey, it was a lot slower the first time. That sped up.
not too
I think
many.
that's what
might
he's
have
flexing
a
with.
seizure.
Are we still on gardens? Is there anyone else that wants to talk about gardens?
Oh, we're on gardens for the next few months, baby.
I just meant for today's
for
show.
today, right? Yeah.
Because I do want like that wasp issue. We got a wasp nest in our neighbor Darcy's trees over there.
Already?
I mean,
Well,
honestly,
from last year.
from
I don't
last
know.
year.
From last
like
year.
you can buy those like the fake wasp nest things
Yeah,
because
that
it's
was
one
the
of their
other
like
thing I wanted to ask.
territorial kind of
Exactly.
things.
But
so
is
if
it
you-
past time for that now though?
I-
Like, have they all found their spots and they're like, all right, these are the people we're going to terrorize for the next 4 months?
I don't know. I don't know much about wasps.
don't know.
Honestly, you put out the friggin' water like.
If I
the
get like
upside
12
down
of
water-
those,
dude,
and just
we
set
caught like I'd put it out in the morning, come back from work, and that thing
Full.
would be
Yeah.
full.
Jeez.
So we're
And,
gonna have
like-
an arts and crafts
Yeah.
day here. We're gonna chop a bunch up. We're gonna get it set up because look,
Yeah, it's super easy.
Oh, my God.
she's so tired. Look at that. Look at her eyes. She's like, I don't want to sleep. They're talking about the wasps. She's already chomping at them too. Like she's chomping at anything out there. So she's like,
Yeah,
it's
you
just a
wanna-
matter of time. So we
yeah.
got to eliminate all of them. Look, can you imagine that poor girl getting beat up by wasps?
Oh, that's the last thing I want to
Are
see.
we petting her?
Yeah, I'm petting her nose.
Oh, boop. I'm gonna give her a little boop.
Oh, can we just watch Maggie for the rest of the
she
show?
Can be a co-host.
Oh,
Man.
yes.
So peaceful.
Let's see if we can open the eyes. Margaret, it's me, your dad. What are you doing down there? You want to wake up and say hi? Man, this is riveting. It really is. I know it sounds sarcastic,
No,
but I'm
honestly,
like
I
really
could watch this
wondering
all
what
day.
she's gonna do. What if I nudge her? Ready for a little nudge? Hey, Marge.
What are you doing, Dad?
Stop
Dreaming
it.
about hot dogs.
Oh, you'll know when she dreams. She has the best puppy dreams. She'll do like the leg kick. And when she really gets into it, the stump gets going. And
Oh,
I always
yeah.
think, oh man, she has 4 legs right now. And she like runs around.
Oh,
her stump
that
just
is really
goes.
In her dream,
Yeah,
she
and-
does.
That's really
exactly. And
sweet.
she'll like ruff, 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 and do all sorts of fun stuff. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so we're gonna do the wasps. We're gonna save Maggie because I just know if it's anything like last year, her luck is gonna run out. So we gotta get on that.
And that's the thing. It's like, man, we've got this for us, the like nice backyard that we like, and nothing ruins a party like wasps. You know, you're trying to.
I did want to ask you about I saw a video of water being turned on, sprinkler system.
Yeah, and the thing is, they didn't even advertise when we bought the house that they had.
Hold on, you were surprised? Like they surprised you with it? Is it like full on? Like
yeah, underground sprinkler. So it's got.
What brand is Rainbird?
I think he did it all himself. Like this,
Oh, so
this
it's
guy
like
was like an Uncle Mike,
awesome,
you know,
okay.
like a full blown
Say
man.
no more.
Like-
No brand name on that underwater setup, and I love that.
But no, they work well. So basically, nothing in the front yard, but the backyard. It hits, you know, the whole lawn, and then part of the like outside garden area, and then there's like those little like mister ones that hit the garden itself. So
Beautiful.
it's pretty sweet, and we've kind of just been turning them on in the morning for a little bit because at least this first year we want to start with like, you know, the good lawn, and then we'll see if we
Work
lose,
your way.
you know, motivation.
We were like that out at a Shields when I was out there, and those dang underwater sprinklers, man, for some reason they'd start going quick, and if you leave them and it grows in, then it plugs up, and so you gotta go in and clean them, and then sometimes it won't rotate right, and you have to set them, and it's like my own personal water sprinkler hell.
Honestly, that sounds awful because I don't know what I'm doing. So hopefully they just keep working.
All you need to know is you got to blow them out.
Yes,
If you don't blow them out, they'll freeze and crack. That's the only thing. But for some reason, the ones we had, they just wouldn't work. Nothing. We even got like a guy out there. He's like, oh, everything should be fine. He's like, "Rah, rah, rah."
Yeah, they should be.
Yeah, exactly. So be careful. We need an Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out. He's our handiest man. The handiest man, as it is the All Out Angst podcast edition of your show. I did get the audio versions out. There was a new one up. I have another one waiting to be processed to go out. But you Google All Out Angst podcast, you will find us. The only one on the internet, which is very cool. Thanks to your lovely wife, Erin, for figuring that out.
Yeah,
And
she does
the audio
research.
the audio versions keep going. So we send them out to you, and you can enjoy them without looking at our ugly mugs. I guess mine. You guys are beautiful.
Well, I feel like we Mike's good like a man. You know,
That's fair. So
too
let's
kind.
get back into your weekend, young man. You were doing a bunch of other stuff that we need to promote.
So yeah, I'm officially in the thick of it with these shows because, you know, like leading from January up until now, I was able to talk about all of this stuff that's happening. I'm like,
Coming up,
it's gonna
coming up.
You're gonna be busy. You're gonna be busy. Well, now I actually am busy. Where basically I've like been using my phone's calendar now. Like I'm that busy. Where it's like I put stuff in this to
hate
remind
it.
myself that I have to do this at certain times.
The worst feeling.
So yeah, we got the Raven Witch Jam in on Friday. And we recorded it and sent it all to Noel, so he's been jamming along to that too. Which is
I thought he just texted me. Literally, I thought he was watching.
Of
but
course.
No, he texted me about Elder Scrolls Online. He's really trying to get me on.
That's a video game.
Yes.
Because him and Tristan have been talking video games nonstop.
Just the Destroyer
Yeah.
knows what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online. It's basically Skyrim online, which is
Sweet.
freaking awesome. So they really want to get me on there. And I'm trying. It's like, man, do I really want to get back into my dual-wielding orc life? Because it just eats you up.
Oh, it's a time burglar
it's
for
just-
sure.
Once you're in, you can't stop. It's like, well, I could go to bed. It's 4 a.m. Or I could quest on over to Tamriel and figure out what to do with the dagger I just got. Like, that's a pretty fun thing, too. And then all of a sudden, you don't sleep for 2 days.
Yeah. Those crow's feet will figure themselves out.
Well, there's no coming back from this. We're pretty much this till the end. So
Yeah.
crow's feet be damned. But that's like one of my biggest things is trying not to get back into that. But lovely Noel, sweet Shredder, my bro and member of the team, and you guys, Raven Witch Jam went well.
Yeah, that went fantastic. We got a brand new song that's it's called Seeds of Slaughter, and it's inspired by the movie Nosferatu or whatever.
The one that, like the new one that just came out?
Yeah, the new one. So
Oh,
basically,
shit.
like the devil like impregnates this lady, and blah, blah. Either way, I don't want to go into that movie, but it's badass and cool and fits the brand.
the
of
name
Raven Witch.
alone is
and
frickin'
and it's
sick.
very like Iron Maiden, Megadeth-y, so,
Very cool.
heavy metal.
Sign me up.
Heavy metal.
So
what
yeah,
we call
that's
that.
really good. Did that, and then I had to quickly go over the Into set because I drove down there on Sunday to jam with them, and I was gonna actually do some recording for my solos for the new album, but I was just like, you know what? I just want to focus on getting this 75 minutes of Into music because that's May 17th is when that show is, and that is now officially sold out. Like there's not a ticket left, so that's exciting. But yeah. So I'll be going there May 16th, and I'll jam the night before with them, and then we'll play that show. And that kind of starts off this whole thing. And then obviously we've got the Untimely Demise 25th anniversary show at Black Cat,
Hell yeah.
June 7th.
Yep.
Raven Witch is opening up the night. Then we got Endless Chaos from Winnipeg. Damn Network. I know it's not Damn Network, but it's affiliated with our
pushing
network.
it. We're
Yeah.
pushing it. We're gonna be there.
So
It's
that's
gonna be
gonna be
a lot
like
of
kind
fun.
of
Hell yeah.
our first, kick at the can with doing shows. So that's exciting. And then right into next weekend, the festival in Medicine Hat with Into Eternity, and then the night after in Millet, it's Alberta, and that Untimely Demise is playing, and Into Eternity is playing that one. So
Dude, that's a lot of
basically the
shows.
next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I'm gonna be pretty busy, and then I'm in the thick of recording that Untimely Demise material too. So
all of this, you're talking about having to use your notes.
yeah.
I got the same thing, but my notes stopped working. Nothing pops up on my phone anymore. So I have the big, giant calendar in the house. And if I don't use it, I miss everything.
Yeah, you have
And
to.
so it's once you have to get that thing done, okay, it's stress time, and you're going into it.
Yeah, because even today I was kind of like, I'm gonna do that recording that I want it to do, but then I want to make sure I'm done before this time so I can run through the Untimely Demise set.
That's the other good thing that it does is it makes you have to compartmentalize everything. You have to understand that maybe it's not the best idea to go 75% on this recording thing and then, not have it given its full attention because you're stuck doing all the other stuff.
I really like doing that where you kind of do a triage of this is the number one goal that I really want to accomplish today, and then, have the second one or whatever. Anytime you start trying to do 6 or 7 things, you're,
Get nothing done.
jack of all trades, master of none type
That's what
of
I'm
deal.
doing right now.
There's more to that saying though. Do you know that?
Prove it.
But
I'm not. How do I prove it? I gotta find something.
I will
but it's
just-
always
I
like
will
it's
just-
always like it's shortened, to make you sound like he's a freaking goof, jack of all trades, master of none. But then it goes on. There's like 2 more sentences.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I
According to
discovered
who?
that, and then it's like, I don't know. It's okay.
He's on it.
we should get on that
It's-
because
yeah, I don't know. I was blown away
I'm
'cause-
kind of interested.
I'll tell you right now. This
Yeah.
book right here, it's a little bit off camera. I'm going to move it. John Fast, the author, You Can't Stop Love, just texted me. And that's another thing we're trying to do. We got all sorts of stuff going on. By the way, you can buy this now on Amazon. It's the greatest book to ever be written. I stand by that. And the audio version also there for you, recorded right here, once again, inside the Tooth Booth. Shout out to the Big Tooth on Second app. So we have an audio version, you have the physical version, and we're doing a bunch of sweet promotional stuff with that as well. He just texted me saying, can we do Thursday, May 15th at 10? And then what I always do, you bet.
Yep.
That's it. And I don't even look at the calendar. It's like, all right, well, you're in there. And then when that comes up, which will be, I guess, next week on Thursday, I'm going to be like, there's something I'm supposed to do today. And if it's not written down, he shows up at 10. You ready to rock? Like, sure, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then do not piss off the author. That's what I always say. So I'm going to say, you bet, big guy. Should I say anything else funny?
I
Since
feel
we're
like
on the air
big
live
guy
right now?
hits already pretty good.
I'm going to tell him I love him. You bet, big guy. I love you so much. He'll laugh. It'll be good.
Okay, so it's not as long as I kind of thought, but there
It's not
definitely
too
is
big.
more to it, which makes it a little more palpable. Like it's not
Okay,
as I don't know, makes it not as bad, I guess. I don't know. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one.
Well, it's a nursery
So-
rhyme. That's
Yeah,
good.
so
It's a nice
it's like-
rhyme for sure.
yeah, it
That's
does
a
like
Mr.
fit.
Deeds card
It's
for
not-
sure.
But
It's
it's
not
like,
out of
jack of
place.
all trades, master of none makes you sound like you're a friggin' goof, right? Like you can't get shit done, blah, blah. But then oftentimes better than a master of one. So it's like, by at least doing something is better than not doing anything.
I'm just happy
I
that
kind of
thing,
like
you
that
know?
approach
Yeah.
too.
I'm happy there's more to it.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it makes it a little more like, okay, yeah.
I can get behind
I'm
that.
still gonna put my bias on it to like work for what I need, but
As you should.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to do it. Hanging out with the All Out of Angst podcast boys. We got Uncle Mike from the All Natural Products. We got Matt from all the bands. We got LB on the ones and twos. We're missing the Uncle Brando today, but he'll be back next week. And we're also interacting with fans as Noel is texting back and forth. I sent him a picture saying, we're talking about you right now on the show. And now it's,
nice.
see, I'm the one that's starting all this.
You instigate it now. It's like, oh,
Now it's good. Well, you know what you do now? You got to
Now
play
you
hard
just
to
ghost.
get. Hard
Yeah.
to get.
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
definitely,
ladies
yeah.
always do to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I ever talk to any ladies, I'm sure this is what they would do.
Yeah.
Just straight up, oh, not that.
Well, you see that like typing bubble go up, and then it goes away, and then it goes up and goes away, and then just nothing.
Yeah, this
Man.
thing, you can't reply right away, right?
Yeah,
You
I
gotta-
can only imagine what dating is like nowadays. What do you think dating
honestly,
would be like
it
for
sounds
a
awful.
43-year-old man? If I ever thought I want to start dating,
Oh God,
I'd probably
I have
shoot
no
myself.
idea.
You know, that's it for me.
I just
It's enough.
man.
You know, all kids do now is to date. They just pick up their phone and they go, yes, I'll have one of those and one of those. And then they show up to the house and then things happen. Then they leave and that's a relationship. We're doomed as a society, as a people, as a
Yeah.
whole.
I mean, I like to think there's still,
Oh, there always is.
you know,
there always
like,
is,
to,
but it's tough.
to go back to the original form. I mean, I'm sure it still exists, but it's just got many other facets now
Yeah.
where
It's different.
which I don't know. I haven't dated in 20 years, so I have
Neither
no
have I.
idea.
Thank God.
Thank God this isn't a dating show.
Yeah,
So, music.
could be.
We got the big concert coming up. What's the exact date in June?
June 7th.
June 7th.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
put that in my big calendar.
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
Yes, perfect. So
Yeah,
there's
it's-
gonna be some cool stuff. I really want to get like a table set up, get
Yeah,
the signage in
yeah,
there, and do
definitely.
our
We'll
whole
just set
sort
it
of
all
thing.
up with the merch. We'll have like the merch stuff, and then we'll whatever we
Maybe we'll
want.
get shirts in time. Maybe we could do those.
If we do, definitely bring them because
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
be something to do. All about spreading the love.
So I've been doing the physio for my thumb, and
Yes.
that's going really well. Like I've kind of basically did my last one for now because he kind of got me ready for these shows or whatever. But we were kind of like working our way up. Like it started working on had the thumb exercises, then like I was doing wrist strengthening stuff. And then now he's got me doing like elastic stuff, where he's trying to like work on this part.
Oh
or
no,
whatever.
is it the one where you put them on the doorknob?
Yeah, similar to
No.
that. But basically, so I started doing that, and it's like just a wimpy elastic, and I'm like, this is like pretty hard for me. And then there's also like some planking ones where I've got my like hands out spread, and you're kind of like basically planking. I know they can't see it, but you kind of go like side to side, like
I might be able to get you. Hold
Archer.
on. Hold on.
They call those
Hold on.
archer.
I'm on it, LB. I got it.
Was it better the other way?
Hold on. Hold on. Oh, because it's
Wait
zoomed in, so it's
for
just
it.
way zoomed
Wait
in. Hold
for
on.
it.
Hold on. Hold on. Maggie, camera
Just gonna
hog.
go and
Let's see what we can find over here. Marge, move your cute butt. Marge. We're sort of there. Man, your triceps and biceps look amazing.
Basically,
Just
you go
ripped.
side to side like this with your hand. Thanks.
Nice work, LB. Okay, here we go. Look at this. He's hiding in the shadows. Yeah, I'm trying, and there.
Yeah, and then you're kind of just doing like that, back and forth or whatever.
Okay.
But I realized that I'm actually quite out of shape when I was doing these little things. So today I went for my first run, I think, of the year.
Oh, bro.
And of the,
you realize even more how much
nuclear-
out of
Yeah.
shape.
Well,
you
I don't
are.
feel bad
That's what I'm
now,
scared to
but
know.
I know tomorrow I'm gonna feel
yeah.
like
Yeah.
hurting a lot. But I was like, you know what? I used to run all the time. I should probably get back into it. So
Good for you.
I started it, and
Good for you.
Nice.
the first step's the hardest. But
Man, all I can think about is with those big rubber bands that you put up against the doorknob,
yeah,
whenever I would do them, I'd get about 3 or 4 in, and always, every single time like clockwork, it would pop off and smack me. Like, right on the taters or in like the belly or even sometimes down in the wiener zone. And it's the worst feeling. And then the cool part is when you lift up your shirt, it's like full on. And it looks like you were in a battle. Like those things just smack you. So you got to be careful with them
a
bouncing off.
similar injury to that when you're winding up your patch cable at the end of a show.
Yeah.
You wind it up, and the last little part always catches you in the tip, and it's not fun.
Yeah.
I did that once. It was either after I tore ligaments in my ankle or broke my leg, but I was
Yeah.
laying on the couch, with a resistance band, and you can just flex in your foot
Yeah.
kind of thing. and it freaking snapped off straight in my eye. I thought I was blind.
That's dangerous.
For a short
Well,
period.
that would do
it was like
It's high impact, man.
And then,
you don't mess around with those
yeah,
things.
Silas did it. I mean, it was on the pull-up bar, and he uses them to assist his pull-ups,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And he was kind of, whatever.
Showing off a little bit?
Yeah, showing off, goofing around, like doing something, whatever.
Something sweet.
And it came up, and it I think it kind of glanced off his face, and I was like, damn, dude, like you don't screw around with
That was
they can-
a near miss.
Yeah. And then I told him about my story, where it's like, I could have been blinded by this resistance band. And it's like, yeah.
Resistance band. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
Dang those things.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
Man, I will say this. I went for my first massage in 2.5 years, maybe more, over at Ignite. And it was the best. Ignite Athletics, Gordie Howe. Check them out. Such great people. My buddy Harbs and my buddy Hot Josh, they're the Handsome Gentlemen's Club. They own the place, and it's like the future of not just gyms, but like health as a whole. They got this big, huge gym in there, and they got the baseball stuff, they got the football stuff going there, and then they got Ignite Health, which is like an offshoot. And my friend Rihanna gave me the massage yesterday, and I was trying to figure out why everything was so sore today. I didn't do nothing, but I got the massage.
Yeah, because these massages they don't feel good necessarily.
I tell her.
They're just,
She had a word for it. It was like kitty rubbing or something. It's a weird way of putting it. But like where you just go really light and you don't do anything. I said, yeah, I don't need that. I said, I need you to break me.
I need to, yeah.
So she broke me, and now I was trying to figure out, and it just hit me now. So it's another good time for us to say hi to our friends over at Ignite, because they're freaking awesome. Love those guys. When's the last time you had a massage?
Saturday, actually. I need to go
you went into
regularly.
Okay.
Yes.
To keep yourself together.
Yeah.
So where do you
'cause
go? You want to shout out your masseuse? Or no, you don't have to.
I go to a couple different places, I guess.
Oh, you hussy.
Well, I shop around a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
I've
hussy.
over the years, I've probably been.
You're
to
not
10
helping the
different
hussy
ones.
case.
I've been going to Dan Paquette for like 15 years, kind of
Nice.
thing. And that's after I went to these like relaxation massages.
Yeah.
Like, no, I need a dude
I need someone to work
that
me over.
like
Yeah.
but he's like 6'2", 250. Like he's a big guy. He's a martial artist. He actually just moved into a new place right up by my shop. So it'll make it even handier. I usually go see him, and then I also go see Kim at where she just moved to a new place as well on 22nd Street.
Is that like Tristan's Kim, like my drummer, like Kim Saddle?
No, Kim
Saddlemeyer?
Blonde?
No, Kim Renier.
Okay.
Either way.
But yeah, both good, because they're like, it's not just like, oh, do this. It's like, no, I'm gonna jam my finger in here and then move your arm like this, and then it releases my shoulder. Because I've got arthritis and carpal tunnel and rotator cuff and tennis elbow. So basically in both arms, but more so in my right, where it's like my elbow has been sore for 3 weeks, like sore to the touch, where it feels like a bruise. And she's like, oh, that's your ligaments and blah blah blah. I'm
Basically, that's like that's what my thumb feels like.
Yeah. Well, and then she spent 45 minutes on my wrists and my hands, because like we can't do anything until you release that kind of thing. So now I've got exercises as well. So this is the one.
Well, that'll be the natural progression for me, because his body's degenerating.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do a quick shout out. So Susan Crow, that's Aaron's good friend, and Mike Manza, who is playing guitar for Untimely Demise, and he's moving here, and he's Susan Crow. She's a massage therapist, and she just opened her own called Alchemy Massage Therapy.
There you go.
So yeah, she's great, and I know like Super Nintendo Anderson goes to her, and she's got like a good clientele, and she's been doing it for a long time.
Awesome.
And these guys are always going to different courses, to learn how to do different stuff. So yeah.
Man, how many of those different... By the way, welcome to Old Guys talking about how much we hurt here on Tuesday. This is the All Out Angst podcast.
Well, we've got like a injury bingo, where we're like, what is it today? Is
That's
it
a
the
good one.
knee? Or show me a thumb.
Can I get a thumb? I've tried, because I've been in chronic pain business forever. It feels like. And I've always... we talked about this before. I've never said no to anything that anyone's ever told me to try. Like, be it body talk. Like, I tried body talk, dude.
Yeah.
Like, legit, where this one was talking to my body, and I felt like I shouldn't be in the room. Like, it was very, very different. Didn't work for me, but a lot of people swear by it. I've done the cupping. Have you guys done the cupping before?
I've heard a lot of people doing the cupping.
I own a cupping
Get
set
out of
myself.
here. You cup yourself?
I cup myself.
How?
So
Like, how do you know where to set them?
cut myself into pieces.
I probably have some.
It's my
Actually,
last
Kim gave me
massage.
a contoured one for my hand because
That's pretty cool.
it's like it's curved kind of thing, so I can
Yeah.
put it on my thumb, so it helps a lot better.
But-
But you buy a set, like it was $80, and they're not the flame ones, they're the
Yeah,
suction ones.
suction up,
you know. But then either I'll get a man to do it, or it
That's
comes with a
what I'm
little hose where you
Okay,
can like
that's
get
how
in
you
the
can do
hard to
your own,
reach
okay.
places, and then you do it yourself.
Now,
and
the
I'll
next question that always
cup
comes
the
along with
shit out of
cupping.
myself.
Once you're done cupping, do you ever prank people with your cup bruises?
Oh yeah, I got
Yeah.
attacked by an octopus.
Oh, mine's always, man. So I walked in the newsroom at the old workplace, and I was like, "Hey guys, like I don't know, I was playing shinny with the boys the other day. I think I took a couple tennis balls to the back. Is there anything there?" And I picked it up, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, what happened?" Is it got bad? But obviously, it's just it's got cupping. So there was cupping. Then I think I did 3 different types of acupuncture, like the deep needle tissue,
Oh yeah,
deep tissue
How
needling.
did that work for you?
Not good. Yeah, that
love
was
it.
rough.
I love it all.
The electro ones,
yeah.
which was very cool. Then there was another, I forget what the heck it was called, but it was another crazy thing. What's wrong, Marge? Yeah, oh, she wants to go outside. She might have to go for a peep. And so there was the acupuncture stuff, the body talk stuff, and then straight up physio. Like I was doing physio for my neck, which did like the red light therapy and like all these things. And the answer to the question that everybody is always asking is, it will work if you can do it constantly. Consistency is
Yeah.
key with all those things. And
Get
I
your
never have
reps
the
in.
money, and I never have the money to get
and
the
that's
reps.
and really what it comes down to is like you need to be active. You need to stretch. You need to move.
Stretching
like
is-
all this
is
little
key.
shit that we
Yeah.
can do.
My buddy, Next Level Training, the great Kelly
And,
Reed,
and
got
I
me
imagine
on
a
the
healthy
stretches.
diet probably also
all that
let's not get
stuff,
too
right?
crazy.
And it's
Yeah,
Don't
I
get
just
diet into this.
Well, I
Come
don't want to
on.
do that. I'm saying somebody might.
Yeah,
Right.
No, you're right.
yeah.
Obviously,
I rolled my ankle last weekend, and it's the same ankle that I've torn ligaments in it multiple times. So it's like I step wrong and I roll it. And so for years, like after the initial injury, it was bad. Like I was on crutches, I was in a boot, I was like inactive, whatever. And then it kept happening year after year. Usually once or twice a year, I'll roll it. And at first, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta like do nothing, get laid up on the couch,
Yeah.
ice, whatever. And probably the last 5 or 6 years, it's like, no, I'm just gonna keep walking, and it recovers 10 times faster, way better. So instead of like inactivating it, it's like, no, I just, obviously a little bit more mindful of how you're walking or how you're
Yeah,
stepping,
like if
but
you're
you
feeling
keep
pain,
walking.
obviously you don't want to.
a little more aware.
Right. Well, it's painful, but it's like I know I'm not causing more damage to it.
Yeah.
Essentially, by activating it, I'm helping it move more and loosen
That
up.
old RICE acronym where it's like rest, ice,
compression,
elevation. That
Yeah.
one seems to work pretty good, for a lot of stuff.
Yep.
I didn't know there was an acronym for that. I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also delicious.
Here. We do like food, as we're getting close to it.
Oh yeah, we can't get into the food talk.
Yeah,
No.
I know. I do want to talk. We missed a couple shows this weekend.
Random Killing was at Black Cat, and
Okay.
Dayglow was at
Dayglow again.
Amigos.
You
I know.
didn't go this
And
time?
I don't know, man. I like a month ago or whenever I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna go. And then I don't know. I spent all day working outside, and it was hot. I got sunburnt. I was sleeveless on Saturday, so I
the way
got
to be.
pretty good sunburn.
yeah.
And then 8:00 rolls around. It's like, hey, you should eat some pretty much eat some breakfast.
Keep going. I got it. I got it.
And I don't know. For me, when I lived in the city, it was like, oh, walk the 6 blocks to
Yeah.
Black Cat or to Amigos and go do it. Now it's like, I got to shower. I got to drive in. I can't drink because I got to drive
Yeah.
home,
Well, even when I was driving home from Regina the other day from rehearsals, and I just got past Blackstrap, and I was thinking of like when.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, even if I lived
give me a
out there,
buzz.
to me that would be too much. Like,
Yeah.
if there's a show, I'm like.
Like it takes me 15 minutes to get in. Like I can get to Black Cat or Amigos in 15 minutes from my house, like door to door. So it's not long, but it's all the other stuff
And
that
it's
comes
the
with
mental thing too.
So,
It's again with like to bring my running thing into it. I never like going somewhere and then running, like going to a gym. I just like literally
Right.
walking out my door
Yeah.
and starting.
It's
to
like,
run.
why would I
And
drive somewhere to do the thing that I could just do
Yeah.
by doing it?
So kind of the same thing. Like if I can just go to the show right now, I'm down. But
Yeah.
like if I have to like go,
And I mean, I don't know. I love Dayglow, but I've probably seen them the most, and it's. I mean, you always want to support bands and people you like and whatever, but I don't know. It was just
a healthy scene will have new fans,
Right,
taking
that's-
over
that's the
for
hope,
us older guard that only go to every,
Yeah.
other show or whatever.
Yeah, and I've literally, I think I've seen them play because they come by every year, kind of around, not necessarily always around the same time, but like last year was my birthday. It was on
They
my
came
birthday. I
New
think,
Year's
and
a
then,
couple years ago, didn't they? Or was that Dayglow?
They
I feel like
maybe
that,
or
I
like
feel like I saw them at New Year's a couple years ago.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I've just it's
Yeah,
I,
but yeah,
I feel bad. I don't want
yeah.
to stop talking about it because I didn't go, and
then-
it's like. It's one of those bands that I'm like, oh, come hell or high water, I'm gonna go to every time,
Yeah.
every time they come by, and it's like the one time I didn't, and then I feel bad about it. So stop making me feel bad, guys.
So
Yeah.
We
Unearth tonight at Black Cat. And I
yeah.
think it even seems like it's like an earlier start. Like I saw like doors at 7, which seems
pretty
early
baller.
for me, but
yeah,
yeah.
interesting. Unearth's pretty good.
Unearth,
like Unearth,
they're
yeah.
fantastic
They
heavy metal. Like,
shred,
they
man.
are a great
Yeah.
band.
Okay, so Johnny Factoid, member of this family, he stops by on Thursdays, Fridays, whenever we can get through. He brought all of his ticket stubs. The thing we've been talking about, I told him, I was
Nice.
like, bro, and we did a whole 20 minutes on just going through his stubs and stories from each of the shows that he went to. And he also brought some band posters. Junior Panthers,
Nice.
anyone remember Junior Panthers?
Heck yeah.
Buddy
My
played
boys,
it, yep.
good old Terry and Arnie. And then this is what I wanted to do. And SJ, sorry, I love my SJ.
SNFU.
Oh, nice.
How sick is that,
What,
boys?
What year is that?
Doesn't have a year on it,
There's
does
not
it?
a year on it, but they were at Cracker Jacks. So,
Okay. there
and
you
tickets were $7. Those were advanced tickets.
Okay.
But SNFU, how
I-
wild is that? We talk about SFU all the time.
I
We cover
love-
them. We love SNFU. So that one was very, very cool.
You've seen them. All of
Oh,
us
yeah,
all
yeah.
of us have
We've
seen
seen
them.
them.
Yeah.
Yep.
SNFU, yeah.
Small.
Couple times.
Oh, nice. Were you
This
guys
was
at that
the-
last one in Louis? Yeah.
Yep.
That was
I did not make it to that one. This was the last one I saw them at. This was at the Odeon, and this was next to the NoFX show at the Odeon. This was the most packed I've ever seen a concert. Like the whole entire pit was like full, obviously. But then as you like move back, there was back in our day,
Yeah.
there were tables along both the sides. We
Yep.
had people sitting on the tables, people on top of the tables, all the way to the back. And like right when you walk in, there was people. Like I'm sure they were breaking a lot of rules to fill it up. But how sick.
Dang.
Smalls. And then this was his last one. What do you guys think of this? Check out those names. This was obviously not one from here,
Right.
but
Ooh, the Big Bopper.
isn't that wild? And apparently this
Richie
was the day.
Valens,
Richie
Buddy
Valens?
Holly?
It's
This
like,
was
is
the
this
day before.
actually like
This was the day before the accident, the day before the music died, right there.
Crazy.
crazy?
Isn't that nuts?
Pegasus.
You do it all day.
Pretty, pretty, pretty,
So
pretty,
the reason I'm
Pegasus.
bringing these up to you is that we need to get a segment on this show where we like spotlight a concert or two or go over our old stubs from
Yes.
our concerts that we love because it was so much fun. Taking that trip down memory lane, looking at your stub and being like, oh, I remember that. That was the show where this thing happened or that thing happened.
We could even do a show on my Untimely Demise Jam room because we have almost every show we've ever played, like
what I'm talking
the
about.
poster on there.
That's exactly what I'm
a
talking
couple
about.
options. I could just like literally like take photos of each one of them, and then we could like look. But yeah,
I'd love
because
that.
then it's awesome. You get to see all of the other local bands that were around at that time.
And we could pull them right up on the screen.
Yeah.
So maybe
so
that's
like
what we do.
take the photos.
Take
and
the
then,
photos,
yeah,
send them.
Yeah.
And we'll
I
do
think-
make it a new segment.
Sweet.
Whew, you guys. Would you believe it if I told you we were done?
I know.
Yeah.
Sad.
Crazy.
It goes by faster and faster. I don't know why. I guess because we're having fun.
I
Yeah.
guess that's what they say. Mother's Day this weekend. Don't forget to get something for your mums.
yep.
What are we getting, Mom?
How about some Uncle Mike's?
That's
Hey.
Yeah, we got a couple Mother's Day packages
That's it.
on
Yes,
sale, and then
yes,
use your
yes.
damn 20 promo code and save even more money.
That's 20%.
Get her everything she wants.
See, and it's right there.
Nothing
Wendy's
she
gonna
doesn't.
get one. I think we're gonna get Wendy one. I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. With that, let's go ahead and wake up Frankie there, LB, and we'll make our way out. Wait for it. There it is. Piano has begun. This is the OG Piano crew, by the way. This is the crew that started it all with all the very fun piano playing. Big thank you to the Hamburglar over there. looking great on the keys. As well as Uncle Mike for stopping by. Thank you very much. Uncle Brando. Thank you to him for making his way in and hitting the Twitch stream up today. We had another great stream streaming Super Ninja Boy on the Super Nintendo. And it's a very, very, very fun game. To LB for coming in, thank you as always to you. Dragoon was in earlier this morning. Great to see him again. Thank you to him. And who else did we talk to? We've been talking, man. It's only Tuesday, and I feel like we've been talking to everybody.
What's that Phenom up to? I haven't seen him.
Phenom, is he on vacation? Is that what's happening? The hand? Yeah, the hand is vacationing. Wherever hands go to vacation, which is pretty cool. He might be in tomorrow. We'll see. I know his dad's coming. It's going to be the all the way around table tomorrow, minus the all the way around portion, as Coach number 1, aka Adrian the Canadian from Australia, will not be joining us, as well as Coach Mazer will not be in the house, or Simon Hyatt. That's who it was. Simon Hyatt and Jackie Kripke were in here earlier today. If those names sound familiar, they were like the precipice of what got this place going. They did the local TV for a long time, and they have a show called Stand Wild, Monday night 10 p.m. on City TV. It's incredible. Showcases Living Skies rehab facility here in Saskatoon.
Oh, yeah.
And we had them in for a little previously recorded segment, and we'll be playing that next Monday when the season finale airs that night. So thank you again to, I finally got to meet Jackie. I've been seeing her on TV for years and years. I never got to meet her. It's just such an angel of a human. And Simon, obviously, Simon, the best dude in the universe. So that means tomorrow, from Recovery with Cal, our good buddy Callum Oliver will roll his ass in here, and we'll be talking about all the cool stuff along with the great Curtis Anderson. And Coach Mazer did say there will be a surprise fill-in host for him.
Ooh.
Yeah, leave him hanging on a little cliffhanger. Call it Stallone him. Because Cliffhanger was a good movie and no one talks about it enough. So
Cliffhanger's a fantastic
thank you very much.
I own it on DVD.
With that in mind, remember, karma's very real. Do good things will happen to you. I love you so much. Have a great Tuesday.
Smell you later.
Cut